As Trump continues to wage war against Iran today, he's put his own supporters in the impossible position yet again of trying to reconcile what Trump said when he was pondering for votes and what he's actually doing now that he has power. And there are two camps here. One camp of people who are proving that they stand nothing other than the blind fealty to Trump, and another camp of people who are waking up to the reality. And you'll be shocked to learn that one of those lists is much longer than the other. Let's start with J.D. Vance. In 2023, Vance literally wrote, "Trump's best foreign policy, not starting any wars." Or what about in 2024 when he said that our interest is very much in not going to war with Iran, warning that it would be a huge distraction of resources and massively expensive.
America's interest is sometimes going to be distinct. Like sometimes we're going to have overlapping interests and sometimes we're going to have distinct interests. And our interest, I think, very much is in not going to war with Iran, right? It would be a huge distraction of resources. It would be massively expensive to our country.
And yet today, he happily retweeted a picture of himself in the Situation Room starting a war. Then there is Nikki Haley. Back in 2024, she said she was confident Trump's first task would be to walk us from the brink of war, adding, "We cannot be prosperous until we are at peace."
I am confident that his first task will be to do the work to walk us back from the brink of war. We cannot be prosperous unless we are at peace.
But today, Nikki Haley wrote, "Operation Epic Fury is a true example of good versus evil." Just months ago, Pete Hegseth was rallying against interventionism, regime change, and feckless nation building.
The War Department will not be distracted by democracy building, interventionism, undefined wars, regime change, climate change, woke moralizing, and feckless nation building.
And yet today, Hegseth writes, the Iranian regime had their chance and now they are suffering the consequences. And we cannot forget Stephen Miller. In 2024, he was fear-mongering that Kamala Harris would send your sons to war. Yet today, he giddily retweeted Trump's speech where Trump literally said this:
"Lives of courageous American heroes may be lost and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now, we're doing this for the future. And it is a noble mission."
The lives of American heroes may be lost. That often happens at war. Okay, let's rewind to 2011 and 2012, when Trump repeatedly claimed that Obama would attack Iran just to get re-elected.
Fortunately, we have a president that doesn't know the first thing about negotiation. We have a real problem in the White House. So, I believe that he will attack Iran sometime prior to the election. I don't want to see wars. I don't want to see wars. I was in no wars other than we finished a war with ISIS and we completed it, 100% complete. But I don't want to see wars. I think it's so horrible, so unnecessary, so costly in terms of lives and money in that order.
With that said, for every 1,000 bootlickers whose position changes as the wind blows, there are some folks who are waking up to reality of what they helped usher in. Take Tyler Greene, for example. She recently wrote, "We said no more foreign wars, no more regime change." Trump, Vance, basically the entire admin campaigned on it. Thousands and thousands of Americans from my generation have been killed and injured in never-ending pointless foreign wars, and we said no more. But let's be clear, she is in the minority. For every one of her, there are 1,000 people like Twitter account Cuttered. Last summer, Cuttered claimed there would be no war if Trump was the president. Today, just watching the bombs dropped with a bunch of fire emojis. Look, it's not hard to recognize the con. Trump campaigned expressively on being the peace president. But this absolute lack of principle isn't just limited to his sudden love for foreign wars. His promise to lower prices are surging. His promise to protect earned benefits, he gutted medical aid and cut ACA subsidies. He promised to release the Epstein files, and instead he's engaged in a government-wide cover-up. This is a recurring theme. Trump will say anything to get elected. His mouthpieces put their credibility online for him. And once he has power, he does the polar opposite, leaving everyone twisting in the wind. When you support a guy who doesn't actually stand for anything, you shouldn't be surprised when he eventually exposes the fact that you don't stand for anything either. Before you leave, if you support independent media, please leave a like on the video. That will be very appreciated and that does motivate me to make more videos. I will see you guys in the next one.